What is going on, guys? It's Billy again here today to bring you guessed it, another mouse review. I guess it's not really hard to guess since most of the time these are in the title, because that's what you're searching for in general, but we'll go with it. Today I got in something I'm actually a little excited about. I got in a Torq X5 by EVGA. EVGA kind of new and a little up and coming in the mouse scene. They're a little bit more known for their hardware, such as like motherboards, of course video cards, a lot of things like that. But yeah, mainly just like computer hardware. Uh, so a little bit up and coming. The reason I was really excited to get my hands on this mouse is a few things. Number one, it's supposed to be pretty lightweight, not like Final Mouse lightweight, but like around like 90 grams, which is supposed to be like super lightweight. Um, Number two is it uses, and this is the big thing for me, it uses a 3988 sensor. Um, which I believe, as you if you watch some of my other videos, is the best sensor out there right now, even above the 3360/3366, which is kind of debated by a lot. But everything that I've found online, and even for my usage of the G303, the G502, mice like that, they just don't feel as snappy and as precise as the like the Death Adder Chroma that I used, which I sadly I could not use that mouse because tiny baby hands. And that is just like that mouse is meant for people that I would say at least have like 18.5 centimeter hands. I run right at about 17, a little over, so just way too big for me. It felt like really awkward and it actually like hurt my aiming, but I could definitely feel that it was more like snappy and precise. Um, and number three is it's affordable. It's only about a $50 mouse, and I've even seen, if I wasn't really impatient, I bought it straight off of Amazon Prime, got it here in like a day, but I could have like waited like a week or two and got it for like $30. It's like there were some places that had it like $29.99, which is like ridiculous in my opinion to find a mouse that's like has pretty good specs and is really cheap. Um, oh, and I guess there's kind of four things. Fourth thing is it's somewhat meant for smaller to medium-sized hands. And this is like the only mouse that I've found with a 3988 that has like a smaller size, weirdly enough. Like all the other ones are like large mice. Um, but yeah, so let's get straight into it. Actually, I'll start off with this funny story. Um, I bought an EVGA motherboard like right when X99 stuff came out, and they sent me a Torq X10. It was like when they first came out. I used it for a little bit, as in like I just tested it. I'm pretty sure it has a laser sensor, and it kind of felt cheap, so it kind of scared me away from the EVGA mice for a little bit. And I actually still have it here in the package, Torq X10. Pretty funny. But the shape is like even somewhat similar, but quite a bit different, I would say, for the Torq X5. But yeah, so let's get into what you came here for, the Torq X5. Um, it's white, which scares some people off because they think it's going to get dirty. It also has like a slick plastic look to it, but yeah, let's crack it open. And this is my first time, when I do these unboxing vids, it's my first time holding it too, so I will say you're getting my impression straight out of the box. I try not to be in any way biased or anything like that. I don't have any sponsorships by these companies or anything like that to do these, even though I'd love one if any of you guys want to throw me out one. But yeah, so try to be like super unbiased because just like you guys, I'm just looking for the perfect mouse for me. Like I said, I play highly competitive Counter-Strike, and I'll take any advantage I can get, especially in the mouse department and the aim department. Yeah, so kind of weird, hard to open packaging. Yeah, let's open it up. Oh, I already dropped like one thing. What was that? I think it was just a manual. Yeah, alright, out of the box, got it in my hand. So here it is. As you can see, it's actually pretty small feeling. Definitely looks to be a claw grip slash fingertip grip mouse, you know, something like this, or even if you palm it, I guess you could palm it, but you would definitely have to have very small hands like me. Right out of the box, one thing that I noticed that I actually didn't mention in my last video of the Avior 7000 SK edition by Myonix is this is a true ambidextrous mouse, which means it has buttons on the left and buttons on the right. I actually don't really like that. I know this is obviously meant to be true ambidextrous, but as a right-handed user, I like the ambidextrous shape, just because I think it fits nicely. It plays to claw grip nicely. But these buttons are like right where I hold my fingers on the mouse, which could potentially be annoying. That being said, it's not deal breaking to me. Some people it might be. I definitely think some people would be a little broken by that, but not deal breaking to me. Whatever. The Avior SK I played completely fine with. It was just a little bit too big for me in my baby hands. So definitely not deal breaking. You can usually disable these buttons. It's not like they're gonna mirror. At least I really hope they don't in EVGA stuff. Mirror what's on this side, because if they did, I would probably be screwed, because I use the back button here is for my quick switch to sidearm in CSGO. And then the front button here is not super important, but it's my push to talk button, at least for in-game chat. So if those mirror that, I could definitely be screwed by that. But that would definitely be a deal breaker for me. But I don't think it would possibly. That would be just completely stupid for them to do that. So I really doubt it's like that. So yeah, let's get into it. The side buttons. Front one is definitely much harder to press in than the back one, as you can probably see. It definitely have a different like feel and even a little bit different of a sound to it. Still, it's not like really hard, but it's definitely harder, which I don't mind, because like I said, it's just my push to talk button. Some people, if you are used to having like a super important bind up here, let me make sure it's not the same way on the other side and that one's just bad or something. No, same way. So not deal breaking to me. If some people, and it doesn't even feel bad. It's not like it's like, oh, like you have to like click it in. It's not bad at all. So that being said, the side buttons feel pretty good. Definitely feel very tactile. I guess I'm pretty much spoiled by just about any mouse buttons other than my EC2As, because those are just god awful. The mouse is amazing. That is probably one of the best shapes I've ever used. Great tracking, great performance. I love pretty much everything about that mouse besides the side buttons and the scroll wheel. Those two are just terrible on that mouse for some reason. If they fixed those two things on that mouse, it would be the god mouse. It would be unbeatable, at least in my opinion, because mice are all preference, right? But yeah, this one feels pretty good so far. Like I said, the back buttons are fine. Even the front being a little bit stiffer. See, notice how I can't really, it's kind of a little bit harder for me to spam it, whereas this one I can just be, I mean, it's just a little bit harder, basically, is what we're getting at here. That being said, not a deal breaker. Let's get into the feel of it a little bit. This is going to scare some people off. It has a slicked top, like painted shell. My hands don't really get sweaty when I game. They just don't. I'm not the type of person who, I don't know what it is, if it's being nervous or if it's like what it is. And my hands just don't get really sweaty. So I don't think it's going to bother me. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like it's like super like, oh, my hand's going to slip off of here bad. Like my hand definitely grips it. And it's actually kind of it's really good looking. It's actually, you can't really tell from here, but it's like a pearly white, like you would see on like one of the, like that Cadillac white, kind of pearly white. It actually looks really good. So yeah, definitely not bothered by it. The shape of it is very safe, I would say. It's one of the very safely shaped mice. That being said, for smaller medium hands, I think you could pretty much grip this at any style you want. And a little bit bigger, I would say probably to about 17.5, maybe 18 centimeter hands, you could palm it. But anything less than that, you can do anything with this mouse. So yeah, let's get into a little bit more. Mouse 1 and mouse 2. Mouse 1, mouse 2. They both feel about the exact same. Feel very light. Like this is like, I mean, it's definitely one of the lightest clicks I've used. I don't know if they're like G303 light or even Razer Chroma light, because those two mice are just absolutely like feather touch light, but it's right up there. It is like maybe even on par with them. I'll have to get some gameplay in to test that, because it is definitely, like I said, it is right there with those. It's super light clicks, which I actually like. I don't have a problem with misfiring, and I think that really just helps with quick shots. Like the Zowies are right borderline to me on too heavy, and my FK1 was definitely too heavy, to the point of where it bothered me, to where I had to get a new mouse. That being said, I think I can get used to this. And let's get on to a little bit more. Scroll wheel, that's another important thing to me. Right here, as you can see, doesn't have a ton of different distance between the mouse and the scroll wheel, but it's like, right in the middle. Sorry, I was sitting there thinking to myself. It's like right in the middle of being like, definitely not the best scroll wheel I've ever used. It doesn't feel bad by any means, but it's not super tactile, but it's not super soft either. It's kind of in the middle, which might be great for some. Once again, guys, mice are all preference. So a mouse you love might be a mouse I hate. A mouse I love might be a mouse you hate. It's just how mice go. So it could be right there for some. I mean, I think it's completely fine for anything I want to do. DPI button right up here. It actually will light up right here, I believe, and tell you which DPI setting you're on. It feels fine. I don't know if people really care about how this button feels, but it feels completely fine. One of the last things we'll talk about is the mouse gates. Has a fairly thin and small mouse gate up here, decent sized ones up here. You guys know I love the Zowie mouse gates. They're huge, and I think they glide like amazingly. But yeah, that pretty much does it. I guess the one thing else I would want to say about this mouse is that it is super lightweight feeling. It feels like really lightweight, even compared to like my Zowie, which is like supposedly only like a couple grams heavier. But this just has a really lightweight feel to it. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. Oh, another thing, kind of weird. Mouse cord comes out on the left side, not direct center. Could be weird for some, depending on how your setup is set. Could definitely be weird. I don't think it's going to bother me. Oh, obviously, and the thing we skipped over this. Braided cord. Why, people? Why? Why do people want to associate that with quality? I just don't like braided cords. They cause friction and everything else. Other than that, the mouse feels definitely quality, especially if you can find this mouse for $30 and you need a good small to medium sized mouse. I'm not even going to test the sensor yet because I've looked up enough videos to test watching people play with it to know that it's not going to spin out on you. It's not going to do anything like that. The 3988 is just great. I'm going to say this is a buy. If you need a small to medium mouse and you can find this for $30, it's a killer deal. Yeah, so that has been my review of this mouse. I know I said that the next one would probably be the Scream one, but obviously it's not out yet. But yeah, the Scream one probably, and barring anything else, will probably be the next mouse that I review. Hopefully I can get my hands on one pretty quickly so I don't leave you guys just hanging for a long time without a mouse review or a review of anything. I might have to just throw something else in there, like a headset or like a keyboard or something, just to kind of, keep the masses entertained that are watching my videos, obviously. All those hordes of people. But yeah, so far so good. I'm definitely gonna give this mouse some testing because it feels really nice. I really want to give this mouse a shot because like I said, if this is anything close to as precise and snappy as the Death Adder felt, um, me and this mouse could be really good friends. I mean, like really good friends. There's my awkward stare into the camera. Um, But yeah, so that has been another review. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to see anything in specific, if you want to see like CS gameplay, tips, tricks, little frag videos, or any specific mice, or like anything you want reviewed, throw it in the comments, and there is a chance that I'll pick it up to review it. I'm not gonna give it 100% because sometimes people like suggest like this, like, hey man, can you like review this like $400 Torq keyboard? And it's like, no man, I'm not gonna drop like $400 on this keyboard to do a review on it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, this has been the EVGA Torq X5, and hopefully get some good gameplay with it. And I'll any questions, leave a comment, and I'll be sure to try and get back to you as quick as possible. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Like I said, I'm going to try and get a editor to make me an intro, make this channel a little bit more professional. I know it's kind of just like, hey guys, I'm Spilly, like, and it's like super unprofessional. I'm not Rocket Jump Ninja. The dude's reviews are like spot on, amazing. I love his reviews. He is like, he's not my idol, but I respect the shit out of that man because his reviews are amazing of mice. He like covers everything. But yeah, guys, if anything you guys need, always, like I said, comment, subscribe, shoot me a message, shoot me a private message. Even on, like, I look at Reddit all day while I'm at work because, like I said, I'm a network engineer. I sit on a computer all day. My username on Reddit is u/Spillix. It's Spillix. It's usually just Spilly, but Spilly was taken for whatever reason. So Spillix is my username on Reddit. That's a very easy way to get a hold of me, or just comment on the video. Yeah, you guys have a dang good one. Get some gameplay with this mouse, and we will take it from there. Have a good one, guys.